Hi, I'm Rob Rader, and this is the second video in getting started on slap bass guitar. In the first video, we learned how to make a thumb note, and today we're going to add a pop note to that, and at that point, we'll have the two basic moves that make up that style. Slap bass was originally invented by Larry Graham. He had a gig that didn't have a drummer, and he wanted to try and replicate what the drum kit does and bring some more percussiveness to his bass playing. So he used the thumb note to sort of stand in for the kick drum, and he used a pop note to replicate the snare drum's function. Putting them together, you can make some classic kick and snare patterns. Maybe even moving through a scale or two. And it brings a whole lot of percussiveness, a whole lot of extra rhythmic strength to the song, and it's become a classic. People have taken it a long way after that, but that's how it started, and that's a good way to get started with that style. So, in order to make that pop note happen, get your right hand set up as if you're going to make a thumb note, and just let that index finger extend a teeny little bit. Keep it curled back so the tip of the finger is pointing back along your arm, and you just want to let that slip underneath the string. And by turning your hand outwards, the string slides over the fingertip and smacks into the fretboard, giving us that characteristic popping sound. Open strings are great for starting. You'll find that typically the D and G strings are most often used for the popping sounds. But they can be made to work on any string. Here's a closer look at what the right hand is doing. Index finger is curling back. Fingertip is just pointing a bit back along the arm, and that fingertip is going to slip underneath the string, and then by turning your forearm and wrist, the finger comes out from underneath the string, and the string pops back into the fretboard. It's a very complementary motion with the thumb note, back and forth. One of them sets up the other. Let's look at that from a different angle. All right, fingertip curling, coming up underneath that D string. Turning motion of the wrist and forearm. The string slips over the fingertip and slams into the fretboard, making that characteristic popping noise. It works beautifully as a back and forth with the thumb note. Once the basic back and forth octave is comfortable, try walking those octaves through any scale that you like. Pentatonic scales are great to start with. And when you're comfortable with that, try working up a bit of extra rhythm. You don't have to use the same rhythm on every beat. You can get more stuff going on by maybe using a 2-beat rhythmic lick. as you get comfortable with it, feel free to go a little faster. Once you get more comfortable with that, mix the rhythm up a little bit. There's a whole lot of ways that those things can be mixed up. There's almost limitless possibilities. And when you eventually add some hammer-ons and pull-offs, there's a whole lot of places that this can go. Have fun with it.